Hey, what's up, guys? The fuel percentage right there was 10%. I didn't realize it went quite that quick. I use ForzaTune Pro. I'll leave information in the description, and it's almost identical to my VIR Grand East tune. So in ForzaTune Pro, I think the spring rate and dampening and everything is pretty much the same between these two tracks. I am experimenting with just a touch less aero, and I knocked the front tire pressure down by half a pound, and just seeing what it'll do. I jumped for the second qualifying lap just because it's my fastest lap. The first lap, someone had knocked down several of the braking markers, and I ran wide a couple of times, so it wasn't very good. And it looks like the braking markers reset on each lap. We do a better job this time. There's a braking marker down here, which doesn't bother me other than hitting it maybe slows me down a little bit. Sometimes you hit those and it'll make your car skid quite a bit loose. But there, it wasn't that bad. We got lucky. And this upcoming turn, I'm looking for the 100 marker, and it's one of the ones that was down last time, and I ran wide. Maybe still a little wide, but much better this time. And we're up by over 1.5 seconds, so that would put us in the mid twos. And for me on the wheel, that would probably be a personal best. That's a pretty good time. On the controller, I've had the Delta for a sub 2, but I've never been able to do it. And unfortunately, we're not able to complete this one. We get a little loose here. The good news, I'm getting better at saving it on the wheel. Bad news is it kills a decent qualifying lap.
One more.
And I only do 2 qualifying laps at Suzuka. The softs just don't last long enough to do 3. And I'm going to wait for the timer to get below 30 seconds, because once it hits 30, you can no longer adjust the tune. And that's just for completeness. I'm not fast enough for anyone to suspect anything, but just so you know, I'm running exactly what I showed. And we did happen to run into Sunshine by chance. If you're not familiar with Sunshine, he has a YouTube channel, and he started posting videos in the last week or two. So definitely go check him out. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. He didn't qualify, so he's second to last. We ended up 4th place. He's in the Mustang, and he's really fast. In practice, I think he was the fastest. He was definitely faster than me. And there he is. Alright, so I'm getting better at launch. You know, I always get a little nervous when it starts getting loose that I may spin out, because it's happened a couple of times in the past. But I'm getting much better at holding it straight. Get a good launch here. Really frustrated with that penalty, because the force feedback, my tires were right on the curb, and I went back and looked. I was either right on the line or just inside the line. It was did not have gotten the penalty for that, and the Viper did slip underneath us there. I tend to be too conservative going into the first few turns, just unsure, you know, the track, and because it's not rubbered in at the beginning of the race, and you know, other people, how early are they going to brake, stuff like that. Not sure exactly what happens there, but I'm ducking underneath because I can't get on the brakes fast enough. And just trying not to hit them. And it really kills my momentum coming out of that exit and allows the Lexus to catch up from behind. He takes a peek underneath. Luckily, he doesn't spin us out, so we lose a little bit of time, but not too bad. And at this point, I'm just trying to build my momentum back up and catch up to third place. Here I'm braking right before the 100 marker. And we make up quite a bit of ground. That tends to be one of the turns that the driver of the Viper has difficulty with. We're always a little quicker there. And this happens a lot, pretty much throughout the whole race. We start to build up the momentum and catch up to third, but he's just fast enough that we can't overtake him. There are some turns where we're definitely quicker, but we have to slow up. And my best lap time's not that great because of it. You know, I can usually run like a below 203 or maybe even get into the 202s on mediums. I think 203.7. We run something like that. And here I normally would want to get on it pretty good coming out of that turn exit and run wide, but I have to hold back so I don't keep on him. And every time I have to hold back on turn exit or something, then it's back to build the momentum up and try to catch back up to him. And this whole time, you know, it's really giving people, the faster drivers from behind, a chance to catch up to both of us. Here I really kind of can't, you know, I have to back out of it. I can't get on it like I would really like to. And then I'm just trying to find one side of him so that I can see the braking marker. And you'll notice throughout this race that I either shift up early or late. It hits the rev limiter because when I'm close to the Viper, I can't hear my own engine and miss gear sometimes, or shift up too early. There on that one, I was probably just outside the track markers. It was close. I was either like right on them or just outside. That was fair. And it didn't give me a penalty that time. You can see Darren has been able to catch up to us. I just can't get around this guy. And we get a pretty good run, but we're not going to have enough momentum to overtake him or anything. The only thing I can hope for is that he maybe runs a little wide and I can cut underneath, which I do. I keep it low in hopes, but he takes that turn pretty well. Here, he's a little slow, so I cut to the left to avoid hitting him, and then I get loose, so I'm not able to overtake him, and allows Darren to slip up the inside.
Final lap.
Not sure what happened there, but I had to hit the brakes pretty hard to avoid hitting them. And now we're both just kind of stuck behind the Viper. But the AMG has better top end than the Corvette, so he will be able to overtake the Viper in one of the straights coming up. Good thing is he has that 2-second penalty, so we just need to keep it close enough that we can stay inside of that. And here I'm tucking it in and just trying to avoid hitting both of them. But I had a really poor turn because of that. And here you can see that he's able to outrun him once they get to the straightaway, but then he loses it. This is always dangerous, trying to go too wide into this one. Viper does a good job of backing out. I won't blame him. Otherwise, probably would not have ended well. Here, Darren in the AMG is going to get us, but he's got the 2-second penalty. We were able to stay inside of that and finish 4th, exactly where we started. And our best lap time's not that great.
We finished P4.
But overall, it was a good race. We didn't get taken out or anything. Alright guys, catch you next time.